So while growing up in Wilmington, I knew absolutely nothing about the events of 1898. And in fact, I didn't learn about those events until I was an adult living and working in New York City. So I'd say I learned about them maybe 10 or 15 years ago, but not even really. I guess I heard about them at that point, but didn't really learn about them until just over a year ago with the publication of a book called Wilmington Lies. And so I learned a lot more details about what had happened and was, I guess, shocked and angry, frankly, that I hadn't been taught that stuff while growing up and living in Wilmington.
Greg, what was your experience growing up in Wilmington? Was this a history that you were aware of? When did you become aware of the events of 1898?
Absolutely not. And, I was thinking about this in preparing for this talk. And I grew up working middle class. Both of my parents were professors. And I also was part of like the kind of counterculture of punk and skateboarding, and it never came up in those groups, these groups were always inclusive and digging around histories, a lot of things with social justice and animal rights, and I never knew about it, and I never knew about it until like 6-7 years ago. So I think Reggie and I did these series of reading groups, starting with Wilmington's Lies, and we found kind of similar experiences with people that joined the groups who lived in Wilmington their entire lives and didn't know anything about this. And it's something that kind of sits under the surface. And even though we didn't know about it, we felt its presence.